Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 5th, 2022, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the markets are gaining quite modestly in this summer session. Now, no major economic events scheduled for today. But as we look at the markets earlier this morning out of Australia, we had a rate decision where the Australian dollar actually paired some of its gains from yesterday's gains. Now, looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, slight gains. Looking at commodities, gold on support at 1808, while oil slightly gains to 109. Looking at the stocks, tech stocks slightly gains from last Friday's action. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin on 20K. So let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So we take a look here at the Australian dollar at a 1 4-hour chart, and you can see what a slide, okay? Not a big slide, but a decent 40 pip slide as it makes this correction with some volume right there, okay? As this is correcting itself, remember, we do have a low of 67, which is mostly market driven in the indices, but nevertheless, this is still making a correction. The euro following suit this morning back to its 104-ish level. Now, the more it's going to challenge this 104-ish level, the more chances it's going to break lower, okay? The more times it's going to test support at 103-ish level, the more times it could possibly trade lower. So keep that in mind. Now looking at gold, trading at 1807 right now this morning, also on supportish area. If it does breach it, we could further make a correction even to 80 points if that really does happen here. Now looking at crude oil, steady at 109, just a slight gain from the other days of trading. Really nothing to write home about as it's really crunch time when it comes to the OPEC numbers. Now looking at the Dow Jones, trading at 31,108, slight gain this morning, okay? We did bounce from last week's action from 30,400 to 31,100, but still very, very weak all around the world, okay? I mean, this is just really just at the top of the range when we look at the NASDAQ, but we're showing some tremendous weakness. We're officially in recession. We do have 2 quarters that are negative, so officially speaking, it's just how bad the recession could possibly be. That's what we've got to keep an eye on. Now, looking at the stocks, Alcoa trading at 44 at its low. If this continues breaking, okay, this is really monumental because they were in a weekly chart. You could see that this is a very important level for Alcoa at $44 a share. Now, Alcoa is not a small stock. It's a major stock in the United States, represents one of the biggest steel and aluminum manufacturing companies in the United States. So this is really a bellwether to keep an eye on. Looking at Facebook, still very weak at 159. Microsoft gained last week, to 259, so slight gains there. Okay, so it's a mixed bag, basically what I'm saying to you. But just, if you're going to quote-unquote guess, the buyer should be on the downside. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin trading at 20,200, holding that 20K. Okay, it looked like yesterday it was going to continue breaking further down. That did go down to 18,475, but revived itself. So still in a decent range altogether, but still weak. Okay, if it doesn't break above 21,500, I expect it to still be in this tight range between these two levels. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.